Hey everybody, Jerb here. This will be, I believe, the 14th in the series of reworking the OG girls. Granted, we've gotten slightly past that into the new editions. Nemesis is actually a character following Yandir-chan from, I believe, Yandir Simulator. I'm pretty sure that's the story behind it. Hilariously, she's a essential tiny female Terminator sent back in time to protect the coach, which I think is pretty hilarious. Let's look at the skills here. So, once again, she doesn't have the greatest kit, but it's also not terrible at the same time. The 3 daggers decreasing SP is pretty good. I think it would be cool if they added a small bleed to it. And then the kick knockdown with debuff immunity is pretty awesome. I would make a couple small alterations to that I'll mention a bit later. Now let's see, if you get married, the SP recovery for You Better Behave boosts significantly, which is nice. And then the significant defense adding after it's going to hurt a little bit, also nice. But honestly, those should have just been added without the skills. She's a robot person sent from the future, so she's essentially, a protective Terminator. She should have like things boosted, like her defenses should be automatically far higher than any of the other girls, but then to compensate and make it fair, make her also much slower, a slow plotting Terminator. Then on top of that, maybe make her immune to something like all CC stuff and make her immune to poison. But then to make it even and fair across the board, possibly have her take any lightning damage does like 50% more damage, like it fries her circuits or something. Things like that, to me, would be a cool trade-off. Like, you get all the bonuses of being a robot person, but then you also have some serious downsides to it to make it somewhat balanced. I don't know, there's got to be a way to work it. But for her normal skills, like personally the knives, in addition to that, like the little stun and SP, they should also drain some. They should do some bleed for sure. And also, because she's got some fleshy bits over the robo parts, like, I personally think she should be able to be bled, but be resistant to it more so than the average girl. So maybe the bleed damage does like 60% of what it would do to a normal person. But things like that. It's just cool thought experiments. Can't talk today. Blah. I'd also thought about doing something, or suggesting something like, she's a Terminator. She should have super high crit rate, crit damage, because she's being a robot person. She'd have assisted aim and whatnot. Maybe having that tied in with one of the skills, like going into, not Terminator mode, but have it so like a special auto target would ping a character for a duration of like 10 seconds. So maybe the kick would add a target over the character, kind of like Tiffany's gunshot does, to help aim for, help aim for Pocho or Poncho or whatever the dog's name is. But have it for her, for Nemesis, it would be like if you did the kick stomp, it would debuff, and then all teammates would be able to target those marked crit zones easier, and then it'd be a debuff for teammates. That way you'd hit them, give them the target zones, and then their crit rate and crit damage on that particularly marked girl or girls would skyrocket as well. So I don't know, just cool, like little robot effect type things. Maybe have a circuit board or something appear over the girl instead of just a plain target. But then again, this game does reuse a lot of visuals and such. Honestly, her kit isn't too bad to begin with. I just thought it would be much cooler to have a bunch of skills that would hone in on her non-human elements and then tie those to usage or visuals. That'd be really cool to play as. Overall, though, she's pretty decent. And I mean, like, I don't even have her super well built or anything here. And she's one of the characters I actually like a lot to play as for fun. On that note, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. It'd be much appreciated if you could like, comment, or subscribe. And I've got a whole slew of more videos on the way. I just gotta like edit them up and record over them with audio. So yeah, have a good night. Hopefully continue watching. It'd be awesome. I'm looking for more games like this to play, but having a little trouble with mobile ones. But there's a whole plethora of games to play sort of similar to this on, Steam or console. So I'll try and get those done in the next couple weeks. On that note, have a great night.